How do they do it? Why do they do it? Riding and crashing and riding and winning and always faster and faster and faster.
Hi everybody and welcome back to With Antone MotoGP, where we're at round 11 in the Sachsenring. So I wanted to just grab together some thoughts and then we look at some of the race results at the end of the day. Look, we start off with the news as always, and what we're hearing is Argentina in 2026. There won't be a race there. They're hoping to reschedule that. And I think the place on the South American calendar will be taken by what they believe they're going to run in Brazil. Now, Jorge Martin is a topic that we've been chatting about for quite a while. I personally do not believe that the Martin story has run its course. We're reading, particularly on the Spanish AS.com media website, it's done. He's going to stay through to 26. But you know what they say, a great magic trick is, look over here while I do something over here. So Valeri, I don't think is quite, people say he made a mistake coming out at Assen. I don't know whether that's really the part of it. I think he's a very smart manager and I think there's more to come on this story. So I think we're going to need to wait and see exactly how the Aprilia Martin situation plays out. But it is nice to see him back on the bike, and it is nice to see him wearing those white leathers. That Aprilia black outfit, I think maybe there, if he is coming back for the Czech Republic in Brno, it might be nice to see him in the white colours. On other news, KTM, Kurt Triab, the father of the RC16, that's the KTM engine, he's off to join HRC. And it's funny because they always said that Triab had based it on the Honda when he first designed that. Now, this is a seismic shift. You've got one of the main creators of the KTMs, one of its greatest assets is speed. So if he's heading off and leaving KTM, then that's something. Talking about problems, what about Ducati? The CEO, Dominicali, has come out and said, well, we saw Mr. Go Free, Bagnaia finished lowly down 12th, 20 seconds behind Márquez in the sprint. And I really think that there's something going on there. We're going to be doing a deep dive into Ducati, say, in the next coming weeks over the summer break. So stay tuned for that and I'll give you more of an insight to as I see Ducati actually forming. While we're on Ducati, what about Marc Márquez? He can't switch off that racer's brain, can he? He had to go for the win in the sprint. Which was great to see yesterday. Didier Dalinia, birthday present. He said it was Didier's birthday, so he really wanted to make a big statement. So what we saw in the wet race was something a little different. As we know, when it rains in any class of racing, it really lowers the field down. We get the wet weather specialists can come through. But an interesting race. We'll see what it's like in a couple of hours for the main race. They're saying maybe it's going to be a dry race. So we'll see what happens then. So the German MotoGP round 11 in Sachsenring. What a race that was. What did we have? I think we had 8 riders crashed and we only had 10 finishes. So this is an amazing race. It was certainly not wet. If you're thinking it was wet, you're wrong. It was a dry race. Got off a reasonable start. Everyone got away okay. Of course, we had a couple of riders not on the grid with the 2 Red Bull KTMs, Vinales not starting, and also Bastianini not starting. So they were down a couple of riders. So we had a race that went off from the grid and it was quite exciting until people just started crashing, throwing things down the road. And I can't believe that there was only 10 finishes in the MotoGP this evening. Of course, the victor and the king of the Sachsenring, king of the ring, as they like to say, Marc Márquez, number 93, just went off the front and no one saw him. Do you remember Cal Crutchlow said if you put Marc Márquez on the works Ducati, you won't see him. You won't see what direction he's gone in. Well, tonight was a perfect example. I think he finished just under 7 seconds ahead of Alex Marquez, who finished second. Of course, Bezzecchi on the Aprilia was running strong in second, but he crashed out. Alex was having a big battle with Pedro Acosta. Surprise, surprise, Acosta put it down the road yet again. I'm not 100% sure where Acosta's going. He's got a lot to say and a lot of complaints. Might be time to actually finish a race. You can't get on the podium if you don't finish. And Mr. Go Free Bagnaia was just absolutely lucky to get into the third place and take the podium. Quartararo, strong ride for Yamaha in fourth. Aldeguer, great position in fifth. Marini coming back from that horrific crash when he was qualifying for the Suzuka 8 Hour was in sixth. Then Binder, Miller, Fernandez and Rins. Jack Miller for me was a disappointment. I thought he could have finished further up the grid, but a dry race. And of course, what it meant was that Marc Márquez has now done 200 Grand Prix starts. And surprise, surprise, Alex Marquez has done 100 Grand Prix starts. So there was a nice image there at the end. But anyway, what did you think of the race? Why don't you let me know? And what about the changes that we're seeing? Do you think Jorge Martin, is it all done or isn't it done? I think we're going to maybe hear some more next weekend at Brno. KTM, the changes, losing their head technician, and the Ducati problem. Maybe tonight it's not as big as it was, but why don't you let me know down below in the comments what you think? And if you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you again next weekend in the lead up to the Czech Republic round 12 in Brno. Okay, bye for now.